Hello,
Jai Guru.
Namaskar, Jai. So today we are meeting for the third time, and we thought of changing our position. That when we board a bus for a long journey, often we fight for window seat, right? And if I don't get window seat, I become angry on my co-passenger. Maybe at times I don't express my anger. So, viewers, you have heard us right. Today's topic that we have chosen is anger. What it is and why anger develops. Yeah. So, Surya, up to you. Over to you.
Yeah, I think I would like to quote our Guru Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, and he has very clearly said how anger originates, where it starts from. In the holy book Satyanusaran, Sri Sri Thakur says, obsessed ego brings forth addiction. Addiction breeds selfish interest. Selfish interest gives birth to passion. Passion is the source of anger, and anger begets violence. So, at the beginning, it is obsessed ego. It is my self-centeredness. If
Yeah.
my world revolves around me, it's only about me, then I develop a selfish interest. So I look for ways and opportunities and means to fulfill my own interest, maybe at the cost of others' interests. And when those selfish interests, selfish desires are obstructed, opposed, disrupted, that leads to anger. Like you are giving this example, if you had the desire for the window seat, and if that desire is not fulfilled, if it is obstructed, that leads to anger. I mean, it's an example. And in our day-to-day life, we see manifestation of that. Small kids, if they demand mobile phone to play games, if the parents say no, their desire is obstructed, opposed. So you see children throwing tantrums. We see domestic violence in the streets of cities and towns across India and maybe across the globe. We see road rage. Two people get involved in an accident, and the outcome is road rage. Sometimes it is not the accident that leads to injury, but it is the road rage that leads to injury. So consequences can be really terrible. I think our intolerance towards others, disrespect for others, we see, for example, children who love their parents, sometimes they grow up and they start disliking their parents' mannerisms, behaviors, etc. There could be a generation gap, but it is my desire to just to respect my own privacy, my own likes and dislikes, and my ignorance or inattention to my parents' likes and dislikes. Sometimes this differences can bring about anger as well. We see husband and wife getting married, have a good relationship, but as the relationship grows, they start disliking each other, and sometimes again that leads to anger. So intolerance, disrespect, but all this originated from one thing, which Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra says: obsessed ego, selfish interest. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you are right. This is a menace in the present society, and rightly you said, in family lives, this simple anger is ruining our family life. Like if you just look at the survey reports, how many divorces happen per month, and if we go deep into it, finding the reason, obsessed ego is the main thing. But ego, edging God out, ego. So keeping God aside, that brings ego. Uh, and that is the main source actually, because we try to connect with each other as two human beings. So if we do that, then see, one day we meet, next day we split. It is evident. So instead of connecting with each other directly, if we connect through a medium, I often think of this atomic structure, molecular structure of water, like H2O. So we know the structure, how it is. O is at the center and two hydrogen atoms. There is no
Right.
direct connection between the two hydrogen atoms, right? Both the hydrogen are connected to each other through the intermediary, which is oxygen, right? So
Right.
even if they want to fight, there cannot be clash between the two. The O will stop that, and they cannot split also. So they will be together. So they will live and grow together. So one bigger source is needed in life, and as you mentioned about Thakur, what Sisi Thakur said about passion, the word passion is used, but when he said passion, he meant one particular passion, because passion has a positive connotation also. We often motivate youngsters by saying that you need to have so passion in the work, you should be passionate. There we are using the word term passion in positive sense. So there Thakur, Sisi Thakur, what he meant by passion is at another place he has said, thwarted lust brings anger. And lust, viewers, we understand what is lust. It is it comes in the disguise of love, but it is physical attraction, infatuation, whatever you may call. So if I am that way attracted towards someone and I get opposition from that, that brings anger in me. And somebody had said very nicely that the uh, anger is like gasoline. Anger is like gasoline. If you spray it around and somebody lights a match, you have got an inferno. But if you
Right.
can put our anger inside an engine, it can drive us forward. And basically this is what we see in science also, steam engine. So steam engine runs because of the immense heat inside. But why it runs as an engine? Because the way the heat is used, right? The way heat is channelized. So that way, if you look at anger, anger per se is not bad. It is part and parcel of our life. So it is up to us. We need to have the skill, the knowledge, essential knowledge, how to channelize the anger. Yeah, Surya, over to you.
I like the two examples that you shared, especially the gasoline example. That's really apt. And I completely agree with that. I personally believe, and Sri Thakur also has said this, um, anger, can anger be eliminated? It cannot be. Um, it's like, you know, any passion for that matter, as you rightly said, if it is channelized in the right way, it can actually be existential. So, passion, if it is fulfilling the interests of existence, it is desirable. But when it is against existence, we should really know how to deal with it or how to keep it in control. I can think of an example. Sri Thakur in his youth was practicing medicine as a physicist or as a doctor, as a physician or as a doctor. He used to treat many patients. One day, a man came to him for treatment, and Thakur gave him some medicines. And Thakur said, "Come back to me after 2 days and report to me about your health." And the man went back and never came back. Or rather, he came back after many, many days. He came almost some 10, 12, 15 days later. Thakur saw him. In the meanwhile, Thakur was very, very worried. Thakur was worried about him. He was thinking about the patient, what is his condition, whether he is getting better, what happened to him. Thakur was really worried. After 10, 15 days, when the man came back to Thakur, The moment Thakur saw him, Thakur started, blasting him. Thakur was very, very angry. Thakur scolded him like anything. And after Thakur stopped scolding, the man said, Thakur, whatever you said, I really loved it. I liked it. I know that you are angry with me. I know that you are scolding me, but I loved it. Because in your anger, I could see love for me. I could see concern for me. I could see your care for me. So, behind Thakur's anger, there was care. There was love. There was
I lost Surya there. Perhaps network issue. Yeah, the time he joins again. About interpersonal anger that develops, often it develops. Sisi Thakur has said something very nice, which at first sight might look impossible to practice. What he says is about, okay, let me tell the background. Background of this is if I am angry with someone for whatever reason, so how to bring a settlement in this? Sisi Thakur said, first embrace him with whom you are angry. Invite him to eat in your own home. Send gifts. And until you can speak to him with an open heart, pray with repentance for his good to God. For from hatred, you will gradually become. Just a minute. Suryada has come back, I think.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I got dropped.
Yes,
I'm back now.
Yeah, so that time I was just going through this, what Thakur said about how to manage personal anger in interpersonal relationship. It might sound impossible. How is it possible that I am angry with someone and I should embrace him with love, he says. Invite him, this and that. So viewers, it might be shocking for some of you who are not into the fold of Sisi Thakur, but it's not possible, not impossible. It is a great trick. Now about anger, how to channelize. Sisi Thakur's eldest son, whom we call as Sisi Bodha, he gives one nice example. He gave one example like anger. Another term for anger is fury, right? So if you are furious on someone, so Sisi Bodha once narrated this story, real life story, what you call as RLS, that once one person was making a journey, just a representation I'll try to make, train journey. In the compartment, there were two people. One person was coughing a lot, and the other person, co-passenger, who looked like a devout man, was reading newspaper. The man who was coughing a lot, he was not just coughing, he was coughing and spitting on the floor. So looking at that, the devout man asked him, "What are you doing? It's a dirty thing, and not only that dirty, you are jeopardizing our health also. Why don't you go out to the wash basin and do the job?" So to reply to that, the other person who was coughing, he became angry. He said, "Whatever I have done nothing wrong. I'll do that. What's your problem?" So the devout man who was reading newspaper, he kept quiet. He did not get into an argument. So next time when he did the spitting job, what the person did is he tore off a part from the newspaper, cleaned the floor, went out and threw the piece of paper in the dustbin. So this way it continued 4-5 times. The man did, the person who was reading the newspaper, and the other person was continuing. After 4 or 5 occasions, that person who was coughing, perhaps he got tired. So on the 6th time, he went out to spit on the wash basin. So that way, train reached the destination, and when the devout man he got up, there were hundreds of people standing outside the railway means on the platform to greet him with garland. The story ended there. It is a real life story, the way Shishi Borda narrated. He did not say anything further, but those of us who are into the fold of Shishi Thakur, we know that it was real life story of Shishi Borda himself. The devout man was Shishi Borda himself, Thakur's eldest son, the first acharya of satsang. So this is a wonderful thing we can practice, and many of us we practice at times because in public life we cannot avoid anger, right? There are situations where it is bound that we will get angry. Now, at that moment of anger, whether we want to bring an end to our relation or we want to give a beautiful turn to the relation. So if you want the later, we have to know the tricks. Yeah, Surya.
Oh, that's a brilliant example, and I think Srishti Borda demonstrated how he could, um, kind of help another man realize his own mistakes, and through his, tolerance, and through his broadness, and Sri Thakur talks about asat nirodhi parakram, where we don't kind of oppose or obstruct evil, but we try to eliminate that in a very soothing and loving and caring way. And then Srishti Bodda exactly did that, and I think that's a beautiful example. And I remember one incident from the life of Sri Acharya Dev when he was a young boy, about 10, 12 years old. He used to play football and he made many friends. He got to know many senior workers of satsang. One such worker of satsang was a devotee of Thakur who came with Thakur from Himayatpur to Devghar. And because he is a very senior devotee, many devotees used to visit his house in the ashram in Devghar and listen from him about incidents from Sisi Thakur's life. And the present Acharya Dev also, when he was very young, he also started going there to listen to this senior devotee. One day he realized that this devotee because he's an old man, he gets little tired after sitting for a long time. He used to put his legs, rested his feet on a box. And Sri Acharya very quickly realized that the box contains Thakur's books, Thakur's literature. And the next day, Acharya Dev, the young boy at that time, 12-year-old boy, he went to this senior devotee's house and he was carrying a small stool with him. And after he finished, the senior devotees finished talking, he said, Dada, I have some private conversation with you. So everybody else left the place and Acharya Dev handed over that stool to him and then said, Dada, I know you are an old man. And I understand that you must be feeling tired after sitting for a prolonged period of time. So I have brought this stool for you. I realize that you are resting your feet on the box which contains Thakur's books. Dada, it is not good. That's why personally I brought this stool for you so that whenever you get tired, you can keep rest your feet on that. Any normal human being like me would have, after seeing this, probably would have got angry, would have scolded him, we would have told him, why are you doing this? This is not right. But Acharya Dev, beautifully true to his, intrinsic, inherent divine nature, he corrected that person without getting angry. And he also, had he kind of reprimanded him in public, that would have also hurt the man. So he kind of saved the man from any damage of reputation and also corrected him without getting angry himself. I think lots to learn when you have a love center in life or guru or acharya in life.
Yeah, wonderful. Surya, today we have overshot the time, but I can't help. I can't stop sharing another example. I was thinking of this about giving a beautiful turn to our anger. When we talk of channelizing the anger, quickly I'll finish this. This is a real life story of a man. Viewers, you must be knowing about this person, Dasarath Maji. Now, Dasarath Maji was from Jharkhand. I can say he is also because he has become immortal now. So physically, he is no longer with us. So he is from a remote village of Bihar. So quickly, I'm going to the story. You can watch the movie or read the book about him. So his wife died in an accident, and the reason behind this is, and that time she was pregnant. So while taking her to hospital, uh, she fell down from the edge of a cliff, and she died. And that time, from where they stayed, the village named Galore to the nearest hospital, it was around 55 kilometers. So this man, he loved his wife so much, and all his anger went onto the mountain, and he decided to break the mountain and carve a path through the mountain, a path. And he relentlessly worked for 22 years. And after working for 22 years, he earned many bad names as crazy, mad, but he did not stop because of sheer love for his wife. And after 22 years, he was successful to carve a path, and that which was 55 kilometers, that was brought down to 15 kilometers. So this is a beautiful example where he channelized his anger, and by doing that, he not only he became immortal, but now so many people are served because of this. Just imagine 55 kilometers has come down to 15 kilometers, and life of people over that region has become so simple. So if someone's love for his wife can inspire him to do so much, viewers, you can easily understand what if the love center is the supreme love center, then what we can accomplish. Yeah, Surya.
Wonders can happen. Wonders can happen. This is really beautiful, and everything else that we can discuss is only theoretical. But
Yes.
the real transformation that can happen only when we have a love center in life, because transformation, change in character, change in behaviors, change in habits never comes through intellect. We don't change through intellect. Intellect doesn't change a person. It is love, admiration, and service for someone who is supreme that can transform a person.
Yeah, and just to wind up, what Sisi Thakur said time and again, that logic doesn't work everywhere. So where logic doesn't work, magic works, and
Absolutely.
magic love has
Beautiful.
that. Love has that.
Beautiful.
Okay, viewers, bye bye. Thank you for being with us. So today we could see one or two live viewers were there, but anyway, we're
Wonderful.
thankful.
Okay.
Yeah, bye bye, viewers. We'll be meeting again next week with some other topic or maybe continuation of the same topic. Bye bye. Enjoy. Good.